Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon for Mate. Thanks to Mate Internet and Mobile. We love a good chat with good people. Pocket change mobile plans with Mate are there to be taken advantage of. So many great young footballers at Hawthorn, in the men's and the women's team for that matter. We're talking to one of the fellas. Like his great mate Josh Ward last week, extends his contract until the end of 2025, which for a young fella out of Lake Wendouree, with 1 year behind his belt, I imagine would be a terrific feeling to get. The club's behind me, and Sam Butler's been good enough to join us. Hey, Sam, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey Sam, it's a delight to have you on. And before we get into all the footy stuff, because at Lake Wendouree, right where the Ballarat Miners are at, but that's just a little sidebar. But I just wanted to get your opinion. I imagine you've been around there a few times. Just yesterday, purely coincidental, there's a big brouhaha going on, and I just want to know if you had an opinion on it about the new lighting arrangement that apparently they're going to put these new lights in there, and it's going to cause all sorts of problems for the local habitat down there. Have you got a view? Can you fill us in on what's going on?
Gee whiz.
No, I haven't actually thought about it too much, but I don't mind. I don't mind the idea of it. Get a few runs in later on in the night, so I actually don't mind it. Yeah.
Gee whiz, you've hit him with a hard social issue.
No, it is.
The young fella just wants to talk about his contract and how excited he is about the upcoming season.
Good.
And you're hitting him up with environmental issues.
No, well, it's a big issue, and he's from there.
He's one of the four blokes who have come out of the Lake Wendouree Lakers.
That's what over the journey. It's a very important environmental issue as well that I just didn't know whether it was across. Hey, how far is it around the lake? Is it?
It's about 6K, so it's a fair run or walk. It's a good one, though.
Yeah, nice, particularly in the middle of winter. How many times did you get out there in those biting Ballarat winters, and, when it's like 0 degrees or lower?
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not easy. I got out there a few times, do most of my running there when I go back to Ballarat. But, definitely not easy with the cold winter mornings. It's all a good run.
So, mate, congratulations on the contract. How long's the conversation been going, and how much does it mean to a bloke who's into his second year at the level to know that the footy club's happy to extend that out for a couple?
Yeah, thanks, guys. The negotiations have probably been going on for about 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to a month. And Tommy Seckle, my manager, has been awesome with communicating through the club and me. And then Mark McKenzie as well has been awesome through that process. It's awesome to have the club back in for another couple of years. Just a bit of security is what I needed at the moment, and then develop in the next couple of years and hopefully play some good footy and, get to work with an awesome group of lads.
Well, it seems like the development opportunities came pretty quick to you with what we saw. He played, was it 8 or 9 games? 9 games last season. What was the biggest part of the learning curve that you had to go through?
I had a few injuries last year, so I was pretty interrupted. When I got in, made my debut, didn't get near it, but then came back the next week and played a bit better. So that was good. But, it's just so tough. It's a lot quicker pace than what you normally play. And then just learning the small little routine things that work for you and your body. So I've been able to get a full pre-season in and, feeling fit and ready to go for 2023.
So, Sam, you're one of these really gifted, opportunistic, dangerous small forwards, but we hear from so many of them that they believe that they've got the capacity to get into the midfield once they develop and add that string to their bow. Are you one of those, or are you happy to just be an expert in that other craft?
If the opportunity came, I wouldn't mind it, but, for now, just learn the craft of a forward, played under 18s and a bit of my juniors through the midfield. But, just learning off the likes of Dylan Moore and Luke Bruce. I think Maury's listening at the moment, so shout out to Maury.
Good man.
But, just
good man.
Them two has been great. And then Chris Newman as the forward line coach has been awesome, and we've been able to form a good relationship as well.
And what about the style of play? You were lauded, the team, that is, was lauded last year because the exciting brand, and it did come at some costs in some of the games where you got found out, but it seemed really direct, and that everyone seems to be a trend right now with teams just wanting to play that really fast-paced type play. Are we going to see more of that from you guys this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think Sam Mitchell's been hard on pushing an attacking style of gameplay, and all the coaches are good with teaching us that. But yeah, just continue to grow and work on our game plan and all the different aspects that come with that. So it's probably the main thing going forward.
Talking to young Sam Butler, who signed a contract extension at the Hawks, one of the many young Hawks who hopefully is part of that nucleus that Sam Mitchell's talking about, which we'll get to a bit later on. Hey, Sam, people around the competition, other clubs who have had their scouts down watching you guys train are aware of how physical and competitive your training sessions have been. Has that been a real focus this pre-season?
Yeah, definitely. I thought this might have come up. But yeah, it's been, Sam Mitchell has been pushing competitive style of training, and then we want to push that into games as well. So he's been awesome with that because obviously they had a tough era back when he used to play with all the great players in that team, and they were fierce and competitive. So we want to bring a bit of that to our game style. And there's been a few scuffles in the last few weeks, which has been good to see. But yeah, that's just the competitive nature of the lads, and
Oh, it sounds great. And what about with the new captain? I know he had some experience captaining the team last year, I believe.
He's a shy, retiring type.
He's been involved in some of the scuffles as well. Yes. Although I believe that was before he was actually announced. But what have you seen a change in him since the announcement? Is he sort of mellowing? What type of what style of captain do you think he's going to be?
Sis is a real good bloke. He gets along really good with all us younger lads. And he's the type of leader. He doesn't rant and rave. He speaks when he needs to, and he leads by action on the field. So he's awesome, as I said, with young boys, and keen to see him captain the side in 2023 because I reckon he's very well deserving of it. And I'm sure a lot of people voted for him to be captain.
Yeah.
And Sam, is the bond between this crop of young players that the list management team and Sam Mitchell and the club have committed to bring all these young players in at the same time. Can you feel that bond between those sort of 22, 21, 20, 19-year-olds?
Yeah, definitely. We're always doing stuff together, whether it's chilling at someone's house, going out for lunch or brekkie or dinner. But yeah, we're always hanging out, doing different things, playing golf together. So yeah, it's definitely bonding, and at training you can tell we bring a lot of energy. We like to bring a lot of energy, but yeah, we're all very tight and get along very well.
And 8 30-minute periods tomorrow down at Geelong. What your time spent out on the ground is going to look like tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, should be locked in for a full game. So keen to see how that pans out. It's going to be bloody hot, so
Well, mate, it's exciting to watch you and your mates play. Sam Mitchell, very positive. He can see, what's capable of being built with the group of young players he's got at his disposal at the footy club, and you're right in the middle of all of that, mate. It's going to be an exciting journey. There'll be a couple of bumps along the way, but if you all know where you're heading, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Good on you. Thanks for coming on, and congratulations on the contract extension.
Thanks, heaps, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're a good man, Sam
Good
Butler.
luck.
Like the cut of his jib.
Very nice.
Be part of the new breed of Hawk. He's one of them. Gazy's the old breed. Sam Butler's the new breed.
Nice.
Join the Brown. Nothing wrong with the old breed.
Absolutely
Nothing wrong with that.
A lot of rings, or they don't have rings. A lot of flags.
That's it. That's it. Join the Brown and Gold.
You haven't seen many of them for a while, have you, Keith? How many days is it?
Join the Brown and Gold in 2023 at membership.hawthornefc.com.au.